The coming of rain at the beginning of every season here is seen as a sign of blessing to a farmer who spends most of his time depending on soil for farming as a matter of survival. However, the rains that came early in Feb are now turning into a disaster on the side of the farmers. Most crops that were planted by farmers have been destroyed because of the heavy rains which have prolonged on, affecting the farmers' crops. Here I've met one of the farmers in his gardens of beans. Can you please tell us what are your names and what you are doing?
Thank you. My names, I'm called Weyaula Donato. I am a citizen of Uganda, and this is Bungo Mtoto Sub-County, Mbale District.
What have you planted here?
This is one of my gardens, and in fact here I've planted my beans. Other foodstuffs here I've planted the other side.
So what is are your beans growing well?
In fact I can call it a disaster, because here where I'm standing, my beans are not doing well. As you can see, they are starting to ripen. In fact, they are still young, but they are starting to ripen as if they are mature. But when you open inside, the beans are still young.
So what is the acreage of your beans here?
This land is around 2 acres.
And what do you expect to harvest in these 2 acres of land?
In these 2 acres, in fact, I expected to harvest around 7 bags, but because of the too much rain that has destroyed my beans, I'm only expecting to harvest around 2 to 3 bags.
What do people around here understand that the climate has changed?
In fact, people around my area, with me myself, we have realized that the climate has changed too much, because those years heavy rains were supposed to stop in the month of April, but these years I see rain goes up to the month of May.
What do you think is the cause of this change in climate?
I think the change in climate has all brought about by these people who go on cutting down trees. In fact, they cut down trees, one, to get firewood for baking bricks. Then sometimes they cut down trees to get firewood in their homes.
For how long have you been a farmer?
In fact, me I've been a farmer ever since I started going to my lower primary. That's to say I started digging when I was 14 years.
So is farming is farming basically your way of living?
Yes, most of my life and most of my things, my cattle at home, all comes from farming. All of my life is digging and looking after my cattle.
So what steps are you going to take now that you are losing the beans? Are you going to plant more come the next season?
Yeah, I cannot give up farming or digging because of the too much rainfall, because it's from digging that's when we get what to eat.
Okay, thank you very much.